Okay, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're gonna finish up changing this control node, add in the rest of the nodes we're gonna be using, and probably maybe get the basics of the script done for this. We'll see how long that takes us, but first, let's create a new scene. We're gonna get a VBox first, and we're gonna just call this actions input, and we're gonna add also a label to this. And also, we're probably going to want to set up a rectangle size about 700 by maybe, let's try, I think 50 actually should be fine. Save this. And we're going to want to change this font though. So we have a nice basic font that's a little bit bigger than what we have currently. Let's open that. And let's try setting this, I think, to like something like size 50 should be fine. And yeah. And it looks like the size is set to 60, so let's change minimum size to 60 just so we have the same setup. Okay, that one is already done. Now, let's just do a save as again. And this time we're going to call this, we just call this actions. Rename this to actions. And the only difference we're going to do is we're going to add a flat box that we can have. And we'll set color, something like that. So that's that. We have those two. I'm going to make next the control node. So we're going to use for the audio. So we're going to rename this to audio. Add a label here. We're gonna just put master for now. And let's go in and get ourselves a font for this. Let's go like 42 or something, maybe 50. Audio. Let's add this into our group nodes. We had this one as options control. Let's make this next one audio control. Audio. What was it? Let me go back quickly, check what it was called. Actually, we're going to do options audio. Options audio. And last but not least, we're going to add a, what is it? It's called an H slider. And let's take this H slider, move it down probably about 50 units. And we're going to set the size. Let me see if we put it like, yeah, that seems decent. So that'll be enough for our audio. And let's see, is there anything else? Audio. We can also make the language one right now. The language one, I believe all I had was just a control node, just taking up a full rectangle. Let's name this the languages. And we're gonna add options language. And what we're gonna add here is gonna be just 2 buttons. For now, I'm just gonna leave the default. We're just gonna rename this to English. And we're gonna have another one for French. I only made 2 different languages for this tutorial, but it's easily just expandable. I'll show you in the video once we get here. For now, we're just making the setup. So let's move this position by about 50 and just change this to FR for French. And then I'll save that as languages. For now, these positions are fine. We'll come back to this after, but I wanted to just get that out of the way. And now, I think we're gonna go in and last thing, we're gonna change this. And I'll see how much time we have left. Maybe we'll start writing some basic code. But I think after I have this set up, we're gonna stop for today. So first, we're gonna have a control node here. We're going to add a scroll container. going to set these sizes later, but for now let's add a VBox. Then inside of that VBox, we're going to put another scroll container. And inside that scroll container, we're going to create two different VBox containers. And next, let's go in here and create a script that we're going to be using for our control. And we're going to click create for that, load it, yep. Extends control. Let's add some functions, variables. And I think we'll leave it there after. We're going to declare the type as an array. And UI up and UI down are going to be the two actions we're going to be looking through from the project settings and basically just copying all the inputs that we have set for it. We're going to have actions name as well. You can add the array modifier here to tell it it's specifically an array, or you can just do it like this. And then move up we're going to have, and move down, which is, this is going to be basically displaying what for the user the inputs do. Var, and this one's going to be action, and I believe what's this? Which one was actions? Actions was this one, the one with the color. So we're going to name this action input, I guess, and we're going to load it. Let's load this. Need some parentheses around this. Actually, this is confusing name. You know what? Let's just name it actions. Yeah, and then the other one's action input. So let's put var actions input. Go load. And let's just copy the, why is that? That didn't copy over, I guess. So let's copy this. But we're going to change this from actions to actions input. Function ready. And let's get the basics here set up. So we're going to check for I in actions. We're just using it as just the element like indicator. You can change it to whatever you want. It doesn't really matter, but this is just to make it easier on us. So now we're going to go in here and we're going to check. Actually, first we're going to do var new action, and we're going to instance it as actions input dot instance, and we're going to check if the count is greater than 0. Then we're going to say new action name is equal to actions input plus a string value of count plus 1. And we're going to also do a new action dot get node, and we're going to do label, and we're going to set the text value of that equal to actions name, and we're going to put in just the count value. And last, what we're going to do is go in first. Let me switch over to here so I can auto detect. I believe it's going to be, and then I believe we need one more slash. It's not. Okay, I'm just going to type it in manually then, it looks like. VBox container. And then we're going to add plus of the count plus 1. believe that's it. Let me double check. Is that the correct value? Yeah. Yeah, it kind of sucks, but we gotta then do then plus actions input, and we do the same thing again. Not number, we're doing count plus 1. Add child, and we're gonna do, actually wait. No, this is for further down in the code. We're just adding this to this VBox container here. Yeah. Let's just make sure we. Did I add something by accident? Let's see, is that gonna fix it? Get node that. Scroll container. Oh, I'm missing. That's why it's not working. I'm supposed to have another VBox container. And rename this to normal, and this one to 2. That's why it wasn't working. It wasn't recognizing it. There we go. Get node scroll container, VBox scroll container. And we're adding oh, we need another parenthesis then as well. I believe that. Yep, there we go. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying to do it this way. I believe that's how we have to do it for this. And then I'm going to tell it else. New action dot get node. Actually, it's just going to be the same thing here, I believe. Right, yep. And this time, I believe we can just go here and add the child to here, because this is basically, this first line above here is for if we have more than one of these, I mean 2 of these. So if we had a VBox container 3, we would be able to just instance the extra action inputs under that one. Yep, so that's good. And I think that's gonna be it. I'm gonna get to the rest of the code in the next video. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and take care.